And welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another day, another scholarship, and we're here to traverse and explore. If you're a new viewer, you're welcome to Scholarship Home, where all we do is communicate and sort out information, show you the scholarship, take you through, and provide you guide on the application process. And if you're a returning subscriber, I hope that you're taking advantage of the resources on the channel. Go through, check your scholarship area of interest, and let me know which scholarships you're seeking, and I'll find them and shoot videos on them to make the journey easy for you. This year the goal is to get at least, at the very least, 200 to 500 applicants who will click land scholarships from this channel. So I hope that we're able to get committed and dedicated persons, just like we're dedicating ourselves to helping provide this guide. And that being said, please, for those who either have left me comment in the last few days or weeks when I've not been available and I've not responded, if you've seen this video, please do well to hint me or put up a reminder again, because there are so many comments and sorting them out is quite tasking. So if it's pertinent and urgent, do well to leave a reminder, in this video, and I'll do well to check that out and attend to it. That being said, now without further ado, let's get started. Today's scholarship has Loughborough University, and here we are at the landing page. And this scholarship is a fully funded scholarship, and so we'll run through the look and understand what it entails. It is a research degree, that is a doctorate or PhD as it were, scholarship, and they have full funding for the scholarship. You see, there are things you need to know. One is that this is a research university and it's a journey to research. You write your own research proposals and what have you. However, you can find supervisors funding your research and the likes. But then the opportunities that we're looking at provides you with a full-time opportunity and also a BSc to direct PhD in the UK, in the United Kingdom, fully funded. So we're going to be checking these opportunities and searching for them. How can we identify them? Watch me as we go. I'll be clicking on this. We're going to do this together. Yes, and we're here A to Z of current PhD opportunities. So for you to find these scholarships, there are so many scholarships here. But for you see self-funded, self-funded, this is funded, fully funded, and this is another fully funded. You have another self-funded, and so to be on the ease and to make it easy for you, you just come here and filter it. Filter by studentship. You're looking for funding status, not self-funded, of course, studentships. Fee status, you're an international student, you don't need to do much more. If you want to narrow it down, you can choose your subject area, of course, but I don't want to narrow it down and I don't want to select campus. So we're leaving it so open, and then you can check out all the funded opportunities. So we have 3D printed reactors for online reaction monitoring. That's in chemistry. The deadline is 29th February. You have accounting and finance academic group PhD studentship. Deadline is 16th February. You have analysis of child. You have all of the scholarships. I think about 20 to 30 of it here. Just taking run through physics, chemical engineering, physics, another digital creative technologies, of course. Another one, 22nd January. This one is getting close to the deadline. Doctorate studentship, and it's in computer science. We have design and creative, 29th February. About a month. This is 12th February, also almost closing. In fact, the deadline is nearer than the other. Then we have economics deadline 16th February. Then you have all of these, and so we're going to be looking at any 2 or 3 of the courses. Don't want this video to be too long or too lengthy, and so this is under 16th February. So let's start by looking at this improved reasoning among about strings through combinatorics on words and formal languages. It's 29th February also. So I look at information management academic on business and economics. So we click on it. And okay, so we are here. Let's look at it. There is an entry requirement. You just need a 2-1 or more. With a 2-1 or more, you satisfy the requirements. Requirement 1. Now you need to know that okay, it is UK, it is studied in UK, fully funded, and it is available. The start date is October 2024 or January 2025. So depending on your program, there is a project available to you. The subject areas are these. So let's check it out. What are the entry requirements? There is a project topic already on ground. So you're working with somebody who has a project. The information management group undertakes all of these. They introduce themselves. Now, research priorities is within the information management academic group. We are keen to receive PhD research proposal in the following areas. Now, if you have a research in this artificial intelligence and data analysis, including research on application, e.g., they have an example there. You can write a research proposal on the critique of digitalization through debates on privacy, future of work, cybernetics, attention economy, digital platform dominance and oligopoly, impact on academia, human factors, and human-computer interface. These are areas of the research interest that this PhD studentship is open for. So you can also develop your research proposal around one of the proposed PhD projects ideas in the information group. So I'll open this for you. So you're not coming with your project topic, you're just looking for a project that suits or relates or is within your area of interest, and then you're working with it. So whether you choose a research priority area or a proposed research project, your research proposal needs to be aligned with Loughborough's Business School's Progress with Purpose vision. So whatever you choose, you must note to come here and read up. You must know to come here and read up what is their vision and strategy, and how it focuses on broader societal issues and enables inclusive, interdisciplinary, and purpose research and innovation. So that being said, I want us to consider what PhD projects are likely available. Some of the research topics are artificial intelligence application through to novel perspectives, new humanism. So you have all of these. Some of the proposed projects are now this: an integrated framework for UK SME internalization in the technology sector. And look at your proposals. The people who propose it, they describe the project, what they think it should work upon. Now, this is a development of a tool to formulate artificial intelligence implementation roadmaps for SMEs, small and medium enterprises. And the study aims to develop the above-mentioned software tool to formulate AI implementation roadmaps. So this one has something to do business and cybernetics as well as artificial intelligence. Of course, that's where the whole world is tilting towards now. Are becoming artificially intelligent. So these are two proposed project topics. If you choose to work with this, you can put in a research proposal on that. If you're not working with this, you can submit your research proposal in tandem with any of these area of interest, research priority areas. And if you meet the need or suit the progress with purpose, vision, and strategy of the Loughborough University, then you're good for a call. And So that being said, what are the entry requirements? The entry requirement includes a first class honors, an upper second class honors, and a lower second class honors. You can see, so a 2-2 is even welcome. Yes, a 2-2 is welcome. Undergraduate degree, to the equivalent for your country. So you can now check country specific. Okay, so I'm going to check Pakistan today. What is Pakistan's country specific entry? You can see first class honor is an equivalent of 3.7. Upper second class is a 3.0. Lower second class is a 2.6. The higher of the two options. And on a 3, whichever one is this. So you now have other entry requirements, and they have English language band. Of course, we can check international website for English language requirements, and which we will do. Fees and funding, what does it cover? Full degree per annum. Tuition fees are applicable to projects starting October 2024, January 2025, April 2025, and July 2025. And the studentship is for 3 years. And look at the amount here. So you have a raw idea. Now you can see that there. A scholarship is awarded competitively to applicants who have applied within the school. Funding decisions will not be confirmed until early 2024, which is this year. These applications or opportunities have been open since the late last year. Now, when you identify a research priority area or a proposed PhD project and potential supervisors from the list above, put together research proposals, 2,500 to 3,000 words. They have put together some guidance on this link. You can check it out. Let's follow through today and then submit your formal application online, and ensure to put the reference number. I haven't done that. The application will be assessed against the selection criteria, so you can check what they are using to judge your application. And once you check what is being used to assess your application, then you have your submission made, and then look forward to a response, so you could apply now. Now I want to check the English requirement for international students. There's IELTS, of course, you can take that, but for international students and for those who may not have money to go for those international exams, international school-based qualifications. Let me see. Australia. I want to check Pakistan again. Nigeria. You can see Nigeria. There is NECO. Is acceptable. You can see West African WAEC is acceptable. So any of the African countries we know WAEC acceptable. So previous university study in English language. If your undergraduate was in English language, a university in the UK and studied in the UK, now at least 1 year of study completed in the UK, and postgraduate degree from a university in the UK also. So if you pass, applicants who are not Canadian nationals but have studied in Canada will need an additional English test. These are Canada. Then applicant studying a 3+1 program at a UK university may have the 1 year requirement waived if evidence is provided that a substantial part of their year is studied in the UK. So we can, majority of the schools here, I think even Ghana has WAEC to credit. Malawi has a Malawi school certificate. So majority of the schools have their O-level certificate, and even the least grade of credit is acceptable. A C6, a C, a 7 is acceptable. So you have no cause for alarm. Now let me quickly check out. Let's quickly check chemistry or chemical engineering, any of these engineering courses. Impact of recycling and coating on non-plastic emissions. Let's see what is their program like and what are the requirements. Just taking you roughly through the requirements. I want to end the video in a short while. The deadline, of course, you must take note of that. So do I have the time? Can I put together the resources? That's one thing you must always take note in any of your application. If you don't have the time, then don't start the job. Is that okay? If you don't have the time, please do not start the application. So the impact of recycling and coating on non-plastic emissions from textile products. We can see the requirement is a 2-1 plus. Now for somebody who may be wondering, when we read earlier you said something like 2-2 is acceptable. Yeah, when I said 2-2 is acceptable, 2-2 with work experience or research experience that is relevant can go. It's on the portal there. So you see the project reference, subject area, see the architecture, building or civil engineering. Now, what does the project entail? It's described already. Textile products emit on it. So there's a description. So the PhD project will be a part of European Union Horizon project, safe and sustainable by design framework for the next generation of chemicals and materials, which was awarded to Dr. Sapp and the consortium he has been working with. So the person who owns this opportunity, who gives this opportunity is Dr. Sapp. So you can read up on Dr. Sapp's work, know his area of focus, so that when you write your research proposal, you can cite a lot of his papers, cite where he has been authors. That way you're buying into his mind. And the analytical method will be used mainly on nanofiltration and pyro-GCMS. So you just understand whatever he's using so identify which skills you need to hone in this regard that you will capture in your CV that you have. One, that you will portray, you can use in the research. And if you have another skill or proficiency that you know is not itemized on this research, but you feel you can use it, you can relate it. In your CV, you mention you have this, and then when you get to your research proposal, you may highlight that you adopt this new strategy you have, maybe a laboratory, techno-laboratory style or skill, that you adopt it to compare or just oppose between their own intended research style versus this one, and which will produce more sustainable result. And if he loves the idea, he will critique it. If he loves the idea and you're able to defend it well at the interview, he will adopt it. And if he doesn't like the idea, he will put it down. So now you can see what the research is going to do. Other projects in resilient infrastructure are progressive collapse analysis of steel structures. You can read that up and look at the primary supervisor. What are the entry requirements? First class, second class, upper honors, and lower second class to learn. What are the entry requirements? This a relevant master's degree and or experience is desired. So that's why I said if you have a relevant experience, a master's is not desired. That's what he is saying. And I will be checking for this. I'll be using Ghana. I can see Ghana first class is first class, upper second class, and lower second class 50%. And let's go to Nigeria then. You can see on a 7-point scale, you have 6. On the second class upper honors, you have 5, and then but if it's on a 5-point scale, you have 4.5 for first class, 3.8 for second class, and 3.5 for second class lower. So if you meet any of those, you're good to go. Now, what are the fees and funding? You can see the tuition fees are applicable. That is, this scholarship is applicable to January 2024 entry, April 2024 entry, and July 2025. So there are multiple entry dates. So you can apply to any of the entry dates. Tuition fee covers the cost of your teaching, assessment, operating university facilities such as library, IT equipment, and other support services. University fees and charges can be paid in advance. You can see that fees are reviewed annually and likely to increase to take into account inflationary pressures. That is, if school fees increases, the scholarship will increase alongside. There is nothing like you worrying about, okay, school fees are increased and then you need to sort out some money to balance the rest. No, it's not fixed. So how do you apply? You go online, make an online application, complete the application form, Outline your research proposal under the school department name. Select this and quote the date and put it in. Avoid delays in processing your application. Please ensure that you submit the minimum supporting documents, but please do not submit a personal statement. You must note that. I want to check what are the minimum supporting documents. Don't submit a personal statement. It is not needed. Architecture, building, and civil education, we use the following criteria. We'll check out those criteria too, so that you know what you're vying for. So now, the criteria, and now when you want to put in your application, documents you need to support: an academic transcript, a copy of your degree certificate, a personal statement. On the link you submit there, this should explain your motivation for studying the program, any relevant skills. You notice I'm mentioning skills you have through studying or work, and your future career aspiration, and how this program will support you in achieving this. Your research proposal, this is only needed if you have developed your own research project, or the advertised project asks you to include one in your application. So if the advertised project requests for a research proposal, you write it and submit. If it doesn't, now guidance on that, on what to include in your research proposal, is found here. You click on that link too. Just if the advertised project does not ask you to include research proposal with your application, you will not need to upload one. You can attach this to your application by uploading them as attachment in the application portal. So you have your application portal there. Having said that, you realize that we are almost done with this video, so you can check out whatever sort is left. Hence, it is pertinent that I consider with you the criteria for the selection, and so we'll do that together. Now, these are the criteria: qualification and experience, relevant undergraduate or postgraduate degrees at, required degree certificate and transcript, relevant skill, aptitude and experience, CV, application form and interview, relevant research publication, your CV, publications and interview. Now, strength of research proposal, you must understand the nature of a UK PhD. These are the criteria that you must understand the nature of a PhD, UK PhD. How that criteria will be assessed is through your research proposal, your application form and interview. And to understand the key literature in the proposed research area, it is your research proposal that will confirm this and your interview. You must demonstrate knowledge of the proposed research area, your research proposal, application form and interview. So you must be consistent and coherent in your communication, else it will be discovered that you do not know what you're saying, and it's just an attempt to submit gibberish, and money is expensive, so nobody wants to invest in what is not productive. Understand how the project will contribute to knowledge. Your research proposal will tell that, interview will tell that. Understand how the project. So you must potential to perform well in PhD study, clear motivation to undertake PhD. You can see the two criteria there. Keen interest in specific. Application form will tell that. References support candidates' ability and motivation to conduct academic research. Your referee's letter will also attest to that. So maybe each of these are having 5. Each section has 20 marks. I'll say 30. I don't know how it is graded. If you don't have good marks somewhere, you should be able to make up for it somewhere. But the best is to have a candidate perform well in the interview. Interview will tell it. So they are assessing you on this criteria. I hope that you can click the link, get these things done, put in your application, and I believe you can do it. It's a new year. The energy is strong, and we just drive. Remember, quitting is never an option. You have questions, leave in the comment section. Let me also know where you're watching from, so that I can look for videos from areas and territories that is welcoming or inviting you as an international student. Until then, quitting is never an option, remember. Ta-da!